Hey everybody, this is Jenka Rasputin here with part 3 of my video series over the introduction of Warhammer, the private server that most of us are going to be playing since there's no other MMO to be currently playing right now, at least in my opinion. This is a PvP focused MMO, so what you're seeing right now is going to be SCs, which are known as Battlegrounds. This is going to be the majority of content along with RVR, which is the open world PvP. Now, when you're doing these battlegrounds, you're going to be getting these tokens to get better pieces of gear, to get better equipment and whatnot, and there's also going to be random equipment drops while you're playing this. But instead of just talking about SCs all day, I'm going to go over some of the other things in the game that you might want to be doing if you get a little bit bored and don't want to get burned out on PvP too much. So, before we jump into some of the other PvE activities, a couple of the more important vendors that you're going to be wanting to talk to are on both sides at various locations, both in the starting war camps and other locations throughout the game. This is the mastery ability skill tree. At level 11 and every other level after that, you're going to get points that you can put into your specialization. There's 3 specializations per class. Hit the up arrow to put a point in. If you want an ability on the track, make sure you click on the ability and you'll get a point. In addition to leveling up your career rank, when you level up your renown rank, you're going to find these vendors with the target icon above their head. It's very important you talk to these guys because while you're leveling up your renown rank, this is going to be one of the few ways that you can passively increase your damage while also increasing your defenses at no additional cost to you. The only other way to get stronger than the passive skill tree is to just get better gear, as most MMOs are. It's important that you put these points in early on and you don't forget about it. That way you're not ending up screwing yourself later on down the road. I recommend putting straight points early on into your main stat. The public quest is what you're seeing right here. You'll see these little chest icons marked with the difficulty, the rank, the basic rewards or advanced rewards, the number of players it was designed for, and the current number of players. Now, I'm currently on a higher level player right now, so I'm not technically supposed to be doing this many pulls, but you can see that it's just most of these public quests are go here and kill that or defend someone else. And based on your rewards, based on your contribution during the public quest, you'll end up killing the final boss like this guy right here. And at the end, you'll notice that there is a random roll that'll pop up, the leaderboard and the scoreboard. That's where the RNG comes into effect, but the better that you do in the public quest, the better rewards that you can get. So it's based off of a random loot bag. As you can see, I got the blue loot bag, which means I got better loot towards the end, and I got a high roll. So I placed first and I got a better loot bag. Essentially, just do good, you'll get better loot. Now, these are the vendors that you can purchase your gear. This is where you're going to get your progression curve in this MMO. Now, when you're doing SCs, like I showed in the beginning, you'll get these green emblem tokens and red emblem tokens. When you're first starting off, these are the vendors that you're going to be going to in the first place. To get more powerful gear, you're going to have to head to the capital city. Now, the capital city, for destruction, you have to run all the way to the back, and same thing with the Empire. In the Empire, you have to go to the War Quarter. If you hit M and you look at the map, on the south side of the map, there's going to be a red box, and in that box, you're going to see a bunch of different vendors when you get close enough. Now, when you're getting these emblems from doing RVR content or from Battleground content, if you don't need the tokens anymore, you want to hold on to them anyway, because these vendors right here will actually allow you to upscale your tokens for a 5-to-1 ratio. So if you have 5 recruit emblems and you need to turn them into scouts, go to the scout vendor here at the city that I'm talking to here, and the soldier icon for the next tier, the officer for the next, and so on and so forth. You're able to exchange 5 tokens for one of a higher rank further on. This section of vendors over here is for the RVR medallions. Now, a quick trick that you might want to know is that when you set your recall of the Rally Master, you can actually ignore the cooldown. So it's a visual bug. There's an hour-long cooldown when you're teleporting. But if you go ahead and go to a Flight Master, like I'm demonstrating here, you can actually reset the timer and give yourself another recall point. All you have to do is just select anywhere and then immediately start casting again. In addition, for doing RVR content, talk to this guy and the the order individual at the other war camp across that building over there. If you're on order, you can actually get a kill quest to kill 25 players to get you a little bit more XP. What you're currently seeing right now is the reason why the tier 1 bracket is considered level 1 to 15. As a level 16 or higher, you'll get turned into a chicken. There are events that will debolster enemies, but I have no clue when those debolster events will happen. But this will allow you to turn into a chicken and flap around. But that's essentially it. Some of the key points that I need to touch on is that the areas marked in orange around the map, no matter where you are considered RVR areas. That's where you'll get the medallions. I recommend hitting your keybind for the Warbands party just to see what parties are open. Join the parties, kill some individuals, and you don't have to be the one doing the killing blow. As long as kills are happening within your warband, you'll actually end up getting loot and medallions, and vice versa. This game is basically do PvP, get medallions, turn in the loot, turn in the medallions and the emblems, and you get loot. And make sure that you're turning in specific items to the right vendors so you're not screwing it up like I was. So I hope this video helped you out. If there are any questions, feel free to put them in the comments down below. I'll try to get to them as quickly as possible. Thank you guys. If you want to catch me more live on Twitch, I'm going to be at Janko Rasputin. Also, hit up the Discord. I'll put a link in the description below to get notified when I do go live. So, if you guys enjoyed the content, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, everyone.